How to run Google Ads for real estate agents. This is one of my most requested videos to date. So in today's video, if you follow along, I guarantee that you are going to be able to run your first Google ad for real estate lead generation. Stay tuned because every step of the way, I'm going to explain everything that you need to know in order to start running Google Ads for your business in order to generate leads for buyers as well as generate leads for sellers.
Keep pushing, got my head to the sky, wondering if I ever make it there. Yeah, I keep pushing, gotta play the hand I'm dealt because I understand life ain't fair. Hey, so I push and I grind and I push and I grind.
What's up, everybody? My name is Mike Sherrard. Thank you so much for tuning in as always. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. If you love learning tips, tricks, and strategies on how to scale your real estate business the modern way, please make sure you subscribe and lightly tap that notification bell because I guarantee you're going to get a ton of value from the content that I put out. Also, if you do get value from this video, which I sure hope you will because I'm going to show you everything that you need to know about Google Ads, please just give it a thumbs up. Also, comment below if you like it, if you have any questions, or what you learned, or anything else that you would like to share as well. So without further ado, what I'm going to do is I'm going to head over here and I'm going to do a screen recording showing you step by step in a full tutorial exactly what you need to do in order to start leveraging Google for real estate lead generation. So let's head on into it and I'll show you how to create Google Ads for real estate. All right, let's get right into it. So I do have to apologize. I'm going to be primarily looking this way because my screen that I'm recording this on is over here. I know you're over here, so I apologize for that, but let's get right into it. You can see here, I've got pulled up an old demo account that I used to be using just to test a bunch of things, and now I use it for tutorials. So let's get straight into it. So you're on your Google AdWords. So of course, just type in Google AdWords and sign into your Google account. And we're gonna come up here to this nice little circle with the plus and click New Campaign. So now we have to go set the goal that would make this successful for you. So we've got sales, leads, website traffic, brand and product consideration, brand awareness, reach, as well as app promotion, or you can create your own campaign without a goal, okay? So what I want to do is we want to generate leads. Let's be serious here. We want some damn leads. So let's get straight to the point. Again, I won't even bother wasting your time explaining each of these because all we want is some damn leads to close and get some more deals and get some more money. So let's get straight to it. Get leads and other conversions by encouraging customers to take action. It's exactly what we want. So let's get into it. So you've got a couple different options here and they give you a nice little diagram to show what it would look like. So of course, as I've shown you in other tutorials, which I will link above, if you want to check out how to use YouTube, which is one of the best lead generation for real estate agents in 2019 and 2020 and going forward, it's so powerful, so underutilized. The competition is 0 to none because almost no agents are using video ads. So again, check the card above where I created the full step-by-step tutorial again showing you how to use YouTube ads, but we're not going to be using YouTube ads. We're doing Google ads. So typically, again, this is the one, the search one that you can see here looks like typically what you would want it to be, which is at the top of a Google search. Okay, so you've got display, which is, of course, you can run different kinds across the web. You've got shopping, which doesn't apply to us. Smart, again, doesn't apply to us. So we're going to go straight into search. So reach customers interested in your product or service. They're interested in our service with text ads. Okay, so generate customer leads with text or call ads that show near results of google.com. So let's get straight to that. Now here's the interesting part. You can optimize this for two different goals. So you can either have website visits or phone calls. Now our website is set up for lead generation. So it captures their information as a lead in order to view the listings. So what I'm going to do in this one is I'm going to show you how to do it for website as if you were going to run an ad for a buyer's lead gen. The same process applies for a seller's lead gen, so don't worry. You can optimize it for phone calls, but what I find is that that's almost too solicity for some people because they don't just want to go straight to a phone call. They want to browse, they want to search, they want to get some value first before they give you a shout. So if you have a website that again does capture leads, that's fantastic. If not, you can either add that to your website or you can optimize for phone calls. Either or works, but we're going to use website visits for this tutorial. So let's go to website visits. Again, we'll just type in my website here. You would type in your website, of course. Now, this is something that you can do as well. So a conversion action has been created, but the tag has not yet been verified. So start tracking conversions. You'll need to install the tracking code on your website. So if you decide to click this, which again, it's advantageous to do if you want to understand the numbers, simply just click this and you'll get an email that shows you how to do it step by step. And again, it shows you the installation options, all kinds of stuff. Don't worry about that. You don't need it, but it's an option. So let's get straight to creating the ad. Okay, so campaign name, we'll just say Buyers Lead Gen Test. Now here's an interesting one, the networks, okay? So we've got search network and we've got display network. So search network, again, is where ads appear near Google search results and other Google sites when people are searching for terms that are relevant to your keywords. Or you can use the display network. Expand your reach by showing ads to relevant customers as they browse sites, videos, and apps across the internet. Now, I typically find, based on my results and past testing, that typically if we uncheck this, similar to on Facebook ads, how I just choose feed and marketplace, I like to just choose search network because I find your budget goes a lot further and I find you get better results in terms of conversion. So now we're going to come down here and go to location. So you can see here, you can either type in your location, so we could choose all of our city. So we've got Calgary here, which is 2.8 million in terms of their estimated reach. Okay, so we can choose that, or what we can do, especially if you want to farm an area, which I do recommend, because if you're choosing your entire city, you've got top agents with huge budgets that are competing for the same thing, and that's tough. So as a new agent or as an agent with maybe a smaller budget, I recommend you go down to the community level, and that's going to allow you to stand out and not compete with some of the bigger dogs in the game. So if you want to go down to the community level, here's what I recommend. You can go advanced search, and then you can type in a postal code, right? So I could type in my postal code right here, right? Or you can choose, let's say we want to farm this area here. What you can do is you can get rid of this, and this is what I recommend you doing, and we can go down to the pin option. So let's do this. You go radius, and then you come over here and click pin mode, and then you can zoom in to whatever area you want. And then we're going to choose a 20-mile radius at the start, and we're going to edit this down. So maybe we just want a 5-mile radius. Boom. So we chose this area, and now we're getting super niche. 5-mile radius, that's it. So because Facebook no longer allows you to go less than 15 miles, Google still does. So we're allowed to choose a much smaller area. So if you're farming a certain neighborhood, this is perfect for you. So we're just going to save this. We're going to we're going to target this little area here, and let's continue on. So target people in or who show interest in your target locations. This is recommended, and also I find this gets the best results. So exclude people in your excluded locations, of course. Now here's an interesting one, languages. You can either go with English. I like to just stick with one language. Or if you're in an area where there's a lot of Spanish speaking people, or if you are Spanish speaking and you want to target your own demographic, or if you speak Mandarin or Arabic, whatever you speak, it can be advantageous to talk to your community. And if you do have an ad that you can do that for, I strongly recommend it. For me, of course, I only speak English, unfortunately, so I'm going to leave it like this. But again, if you do speak another language, and there is a large population of people that also speak that language in the area that you're targeting, I highly recommend you curate an ad directly curated for them, basically. So now you can go down here and you can see audiences. So I'm going to show you a couple quick things. Let's type in real estate. In-market audiences, okay? So we all know that Facebook got rid of all of the targeting related to housing. Google hasn't. So now we can still target people that are in the market, right? So we can choose a couple of these. We can choose in the market for sale. We can choose in market for new houses, but we are creating a buyer's ad. So if you are doing a seller's ad, again, select some of these, because again, they're confirmed based on Google's algorithm to be in the market for buying or for selling, a a property. So this is super targeted, okay? But we're gonna leave this out for now because we're doing a buyer's ad. If you are doing a seller's ad, please just come and select some of these. So we're gonna go back and we're gonna start creating our ad. So let's say we're just gonna put $20 a day. Again, your budget is up to you, whatever you feel comfortable with. And now let's go down here. So what do you wanna focus on? You can see here, choose the metric you would like to focus on for your campaign and see the bidding options to help you optimize for it. Now, conversions. That's usually more for product sales. I find the best results is for clicks because you want the most amount of people to click on your ad in order to go see your listings in order to buy them. So you can set a maximum cost per click, or you can let Google's algorithm do its thing. So if you, again, are on a tighter budget, you can put something like $1 per click or $3 per click, something like that. I typically just let it do its thing. But again, you can cap it if you're on a tighter budget and you want to make sure that you are not overspending based on your budget compared to some of your competition that might be bidding for something similar. So we're just going to leave it like this. And now it's time to go down to here. Sitelink Extensions, Callout Extensions, and Call Extensions. Now, these probably sound incredibly foreign to you. When I first started, they were foreign to me as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to break down each one of them and show you exactly what you need to do. So first, we're going to start with Sitelink Extensions. Okay, so select and create a campaign level Sitelink extension. You might be wondering what this looks like. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop up a little diagram on the screen to show you exactly on a Google ad which component of that ad is a Sitelink extension. So you can see here, if you're running properties and you want to, say 250 to 500, 500 or less, maybe we'll go like this. Something like that. Okay, so you can select these, and what these can do is you can link each and every one of them in order to go to property listings that are within that range. So again, if you're trying to curate buyers, this is going to be a great way for you to segment this in order to go directly to buyers. You can see here that I have my link so that whenever people see my ad, if it's for buyers and I'm trying to say that, here's a full overview of all of the listings in my city, whenever they click on any one of these, they're going to get a curated list of properties that are specific to their budget. So you're doing the work for them. I can't stress this enough, the importance of doing the work for people to make the process as easy as simple. You want to provide value to people. Anybody can go on Realtor.com, Zillow.com, Trulia, whatever it might be, your competitor's website. But if you make it nice and easy for them, they're going to click on yours first. So I like to segment it out like this, depending on what the average price point is. I created all these. You can create your own. Okay? So now let's go down to the next section. We've got callout extensions. Again, you might be wondering what callout extensions are. And again, I'm going to pop up a little diagram on the screen to show you exactly what callout extensions look like when you're looking at a Google ad. So you can choose a couple different callouts. Again, here's one that is kind of curated automatically, but you can just choose whatever you want. So you can put something like call now, book appointment, and I usually just leave it to about 2. So do something like that. And there we go. So we've got our 2 selected. Now let's come down to call extensions. Now, call extensions is simply just choosing your phone number. So whenever they click on the ad, if they choose to call you, it's going to go straight to your phone number. So there's my phone number. Please don't blow up my phone with text messages or calls, but there you have it. And now it's time to go down. So you have ad extension. These you don't need to get worried about. You don't need to do any of this stuff whenever you're starting to get into it. This just ignore because it's going to complicate things. You don't need it to get great results. So I just leave it be. Let's go on to creating the ad. So you remember how just previously I showed you that we don't need to choose the targeting in terms of in-house markets. That's because what we can do here is we can start to target a certain demographic. So it already curates it based on what Google thinks is the best option for you. So we can say real homes in North Calgary. Boom. So copy and paste your keywords here, one word at a time. So you've got keywords, and you can see here, match types help control which searches can trigger your ads. So if you just choose a keyword, it's a broad match. And what a broad match means is that if there's misspelling or if it's just generic, your ad might show up. If you choose keyword and you use quotation marks, it's a phrase match. So if, let's say we type in something like top realtor in Calgary, what that's going to mean is that any of the phrases that pop up with realtor, your ad has a chance of showing up on. Okay? So even if it's not this exact entire line match, if the word realtor is in there and it's within the location that you chose, your ad will show up. So that's a phrase match. And then you've got keyword, you've got the exact match. So let's say you want to say homes for sale in Calgary, and you put it in this parentheses. That means that only when this exact phrase comes up, that and it's exact match, that's when your ad's going to show up. So it's good to do a blend of these, right? So you can choose a couple of keywords. You can choose MLS listings. You can see here some of the, options that are related to buying in Calgary. MLS real estate listings, homes for sale in Calgary, and maybe we can say, top real estate agent in, you can enter your community name here. So look and see what your goal is. Ultimately, I can't give you the exact ones to use because this is going to be specific to what you are trying to achieve. So if you've got your community name here, what I would recommend is homes for sale in community name. Or you can do the exact match as well. Homes for sale in community name. Now, of course, write out the community name, but you can start to write a bunch of different ones here. So an ad group contains one or more ads and a set of relevant keywords. For the best results, try and focus on all ads or keywords in an ad group for one product or service. So be as specific as possible, but you just need to understand what your goal is. So this is a good one. And again, use some of these different options. Just give it a shot, okay? But you know your market more than I do. So put a couple options in here, and now it's time to go on to actually creating your ad. So we can see here that we've got the final URL, which is my website. And now as you can do the headline, this is where it gets interesting. So think about real estate. Not in terms of housing, but in terms of the actual ad itself. You want your ad to be big, bold. You want it to stand out because others are competing for the same space on Google. So you want to take up the most screen real estate or ad real estate so that your ad stands out. So we can say homes for sale in Calgary. Full view all MLS listings. And headline 3, which is new. So they just offered a third headline. So start to use that because again, it takes up more real estate. Find your dream home. Something like that, okay? Homes for sale in Calgary, view all MLS listings, find your dream home. You can see it in real time. You can see how nice it looks. And you want to take up as much space with the allotted 30 characters that you have so you can start to, again, stand out. Now, here we go. So the path, of course, what is this? So path fields are part of the display, green text. It can be up to 15 characters. So you might want to put path 1, properties, path 2, homes for sale. Something like that, okay? Now again, if that's the actual URL for your site, do it. Now, we have the description. View a full list of every home for sale in the communities you love. browse the most up-to-date list of homes for sale in Calgary. So there you have it. You can see here, again, I'm not going to give you an educational spiel on copywriting or anything like that, but you know what to write. You know what you want people to see. And you can see here that this is just an example that I'm pulling off the top of my head, but basically that's all you need to do. And you can see here that you can choose a list of properties in those areas so that they know they're getting exactly what they want. And suddenly you're able to start farming for leads in the areas that you've always wanted. This can be luxury. This can be renovation properties. This can be foreclosures. It can be anything that you want. You can start to run Google Ads for and start to attract leads for buyers, sellers, investors, and the like. So this is a great option for you to use in 2020, especially as Facebook's special ad housing category has come into play and has heavily reduced the opportunities that you have in order for targeting on Facebook ads. Now you can adjust some of your budget and allocate it to Google ads or YouTube ads and start to get incredible results. So as you see in this tutorial, it's extremely easy. It's not that difficult to create a very appealing ad that somebody would actually want to click on. I would want to click on this ad if I was in the market and I wanted a property between 500K and 750K in this area, because it gives me the list. It does the work for me. So the next step is you need to save and continue. And there you have it. It's done. That's it. That's all. That's how you create a Google ad for real estate lead generation. You can see here that, again, you can adjust the date if you would like to earlier on, but sometimes you just let it run. You've got a summary of your campaign, continue to campaign, and there you have it. Done. Now it's going to go into the approval process, and once it gets approved, your ad starts running and you start getting leads. So if you have any more questions about Google Ads, make sure you drop a comment below. I answer 100% of people that comment on my videos. I can't thank you enough for watching. As always, our channel is continuing to thrive and scale, all thanks to you. So from the bottom of my heart, I appreciate it. Please make sure you subscribe, like, comment, and we will see you next time.